Hi love and lovelies, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be notified when these videos drop. If you've been here already, thank you. Let's get into it. All right. It has been a while since we've done this. Y'all already know what it is. It is Wind Down Wednesday. It's where we chit chat. We talk about things that help us become better people. We just go over pretty much anything. This is the safest space, and we just vibe, honestly. So we wind down. I'm so excited today because I have my favorite. Today I am drinking on some Ruffino Prosecco Rosé with a little strawberry, so I'm feeling a little bit fancy. What's the occasion? We're living and we're winding down. It's Wednesday, it's hump day, middle of the week. We're gonna go ahead and get into it, right? I'm gonna bring the phone out because I told y'all I was trying to make sure that this content makes sense, right? Let's get into the storytelling. But for this wind down, I honestly really wanted to just talk about you. You know, I really just wanted to talk about you. So in this wind down, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about loving yourself. We're going to talk about the 3 A's and why they matter. We're also going to talk about tips to strengthen your relationship with yourself, and also tips to love on yourself a lot better, child. So if this is what you want to hear, you want to be a part of this conversation, go ahead, like, subscribe, comment. Put y'all comments down there, like, be a part, like, let's vibe, get into it. And plus, can't forget the wine. So, like, let's get into it. We're gonna go into what I call loving yourself. Let's start there. Loving yourself. What can I say? I love me, right? And I don't just love me externally. I love me internally also. Granted, I know there are some changes that I need to make to be better. I still appreciate where I am now and who I am now. The woman I am now is nothing like the woman I was a couple years ago, let alone months ago. I appreciate that because I have been in a space of consistent growth. If anything 2022 has taught me is to witness growth. So the benefits of loving yourself. It's beneficial to love yourself because it changes, one, how you show up. It also changes what you accept in your life. Benefits to loving yourself, it gives you a better self-esteem. It gives you a better thought process. It gives you self-confidence. So loving yourself, I would say, in my opinion, is top tier. It is priority. And it doesn't mean when you love yourself, it does not mean to be selfish. I'm a very unselfish person. There are unselfish people in the world that feel guilty about loving themselves because they feel that if they take their love away from others, they're deemed as selfish. No, that's not it. That's not it at all. You can still be there and support others while still loving yourself. And honestly, doing so, being there so much more for others than how you show up for yourself, it causes confusion down the line. So the benefits of loving yourself is a much better you, a healthier you, a wiser you, a bold you. You show up completely differently when you love yourself, and your taste like for things and people, all of that changes when you develop that relationship within yourself. It's so important. Why is it important to love yourself? It's important because you can't give anyone what you don't have. It's almost like filling in, not an empty cup, but it's like you being an empty cup, right? And you trying to pour into someone else. What are you pouring? It's important to love yourself because you practice patience, you give patience. When you practice support with yourself, you give support. When you even practice providing yourself emotional stability, you can give a sound and clear, emotionless decision, an unbiased decision, and advice when it comes down to loving yourself. There's so many other doors that you can unlock just by loving yourself, and you minimize the amount of disappointments that you have in your life. You have a newfound acceptance of, okay, as long as I have me, I'm good. I can lose everybody, anything, everything around me, but as long as I have me, I'm good. So the relationship that you nourish with yourself is very important, because you can't be anything for anybody else. I don't care if you have kids. I don't care if you're married. I don't care if you're a great friend and you're just a great friend support, or you're part of a support group. I don't care if it's in your community. If you do not focus on the relationship and build that relationship and nurture you can't do anything. You just can't. You know, I'm gonna have to really give y'all some good story times on like loving yourself. And I'm not speaking on this as if I'm not included. Like, these are all great tips that I put into practice for myself. I definitely don't claim to be anybody's therapist. I don't have that degree. I don't claim to be anybody's counselor. That isn't me. Nobody's social worker. That's not me. However, I've gone through things in life where God has given me wisdom, and I feel like it's really best to share it. It's almost like when you know better, you do better. And I find that this has been the toughest task for me, in that loving me and nurturing my relationship with myself. And I'm all good for like going out by myself, solo dating. I can sit at a restaurant by myself. I can date myself. I go to different depths to really kind of get to know me. But when it comes to nurturing my relationship with me, I'm not so great, if that makes any sense. But I'm working on it. We're going to talk about now the 3 A's, honey. I know y'all probably wondering, what's she talking about? What's the 3 A's? Let's get into it. The 3 A's is affirmation, accountability, and atonement. One, to show up for you, you have to affirm yourself. You cannot hold on to a negative mindset, especially when it comes to you. You cannot hold on to certain things. It's a lot of things that you have to let go. And I will be the first one to tell you, I've been a victim of this. I am still working through this, just really affirming myself and letting myself know just how special I am to me. And it also helps me not take everyone else's compliments and let everyone else fill my cup before I fill it. Like, I want to be the first one to fill it when I wake up. I want to set my day with the mindset of I'm good, you know? And by doing so, affirmations help You say things like, I am my wildest dream. I am strong. I am truth. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I am solid. I'm a great mother. I'm a great friend. I'm a great wife. I have attributes that a lot of people don't have. I am strong in a lot of ways. I'm vulnerable in a lot of ways also. I love that about me. You know what I mean? And I'm emotional at times. All of those things make me love me more. It makes me understand me more. And it makes me accept myself more, because I have to be able to live with me. I gotta wake up, work throughout the day, function, and go to bed with me. And I want to be happy with the woman that I see in the mirror. So by doing affirmations, it helps me set the tone for my inner me. And I love that. Even celebrating my negatives, I'm vulnerable. And vulnerability doesn't mean that you're weak. It's very seldom that, especially right now in our generation, where women express vulnerability, we have been taught to be so hard and so tough, and I don't need this, I don't need that, I'm an independent woman. That narrative, if that's your narrative, if that's who you are, that's fine. Nothing's wrong with that. But there is so much strength in being vulnerable and being open to say, I feel how I feel, or let me express and open up this emotion, right? So I affirm even my negatives. And that makes me like, all right, girl, you the bomb. You're probably emotional today. You had your little day, but there's still bravery in your emotions. And there's still bravery in affirming your negatives. Whoo, child, this part. Accountability. Okay. Yeah, I know. Sis, I know. I know, love. Whew. This one is tough. A lot of people stray away from accountability. We all do it. Men, women, children. You gotta accept and welcome feedback. We are ever evolving beings. Feedback is definitely, especially when it's coming from people that you love or people that you consider, a lot of times they're going to tell you some things that you may not like, but it is for your good. You have to hold yourself accountable. I have to hold myself accountable. We all have to hold ourselves accountable for areas in which we need to grow. Accountability is another thing that does not make you weak. It's something that forces you and provokes you to really look at the bigger picture. Honestly, like, it's not the easiest, especially if you're in marriage, or especially sometimes with children, with your children if you have it, and even with friends. We never want to say we're wrong, or we never want to feel like, oh my God, I am the problem. Sometimes holding yourself accountable and saying, you know what, I did do this wrong, or I did cause this. I am the cause that was the effect. Not always running to be defensive. I think that also provokes a greater change, and it also helps strengthen your relationship with yourself, because what you're showing is that you're coachable, and that life can teach you things where you don't harvest that hurt and that pain from situations. And once again, I too struggle with accountability. I'm a lot better at it now than I was before. And sometimes I still get like, oh my God, because it's annoying. Like, who on here that they, dang, it's me again? Like, damn, is it me? Is it always me? But I try to not turn a blind eye to accountability, because honestly, I know that in the end, like, I'm gonna come up on top, and it'll be something that I learned. It'll be a lesson that I deeply, desperately needed to catapult me to the next level. So it's annoying like heck, but it's beneficial and it's necessary. The next thing is atonement. We don't talk about that enough, honestly. Y'all already know we're going to talk about things on this channel that we don't talk about enough. Atonement. It's basically like when you apologize and your actions follow your apology. So when you make the decision that, hey, I'm going to love me, I'm going to be better, I'm going to go take walks, I'm going to read more, I'm going to go out more, I'm going to get out of my shell, I'm going to communicate more, I'm going to be more social, or maybe I'm going to be standoffish a little bit more in, or I may be selective with who I deal with and what I deal in. Atonement is basically the action behind your statement. I feel like we make promises, and especially to ourselves, we make promises New Year's, like, okay, this is my New Year's resolution, and literally by March, we're done. That went out the window. We're on to something different. Even with our businesses, we'll start this thing, and I'm telling you, I'm not coming for you, love. I'm telling you about me. Even in our businesses, we literally would set certain goals, and literally no atonement. It just goes, and we see why we really don't accomplish much is because our actions did not lead up to our statement, or in some cases we'll do it for a short period of time and then voila, we're done. No, when it comes to bettering yourself, being a better you, and loving on you, your actions have to match your affirmation. Your actions have to match the accountability. You have to put some kind of work in to see the results that you want to see. So because I wanted to have more time with myself, I said, I'm going to go out again and go on dates with just me. I'm going to have me a day of the week where I do my YouTube videos, where I go out on my dates, whatever fills me up, I'm going to do that. Atoning means here I am, 10:49 p.m. have to go to work tomorrow, have to be up in the morning, but I'm still dedicating myself to follow through on the action and on the statement. So because I want to see results, I want to be more consistent, I want to see a greater connection between you and I, right? I'm here filming this video, and I want to see people actually get free of some things and really learn how to love themselves a lot better, as I am learning to do the same. So you have to put work with what you want to see. And all these things, once again, make you a healthy individual that helps you show up for yourself. And it's like, oh my God, I actually did what I said I was going to do. When I went back drinking my water, and on my water bottle there's literally like 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. I was so ecstatic when I finished it. I was so ecstatic when I finished the first day, the second day. It's like I get so excited and I get so proud of me when I complete something, or when I finish something, or I finish a task, because I feel like I showed up for me. And that's what atoning is. That's what that atonement is. It's basically showing up for yourself. I give myself the accolades. I don't need anybody else from the outside to come and tell me, because that's another way that we let ourselves down and we open ourselves up to schemes and tricks and manipulation from people. And we're thinking they hurt us when the entire time we were super exposed because we were depending on them to give us something that we didn't give ourselves. So our relationships are a reflection of who we are, what we like, the things we're into. I know this can't just be a New Orleans thing, but when I was growing up, my grandmother, they would say, show me who your friends are and I'm gonna tell you who you are. Period. There's nothing. If that wasn't a true statement, I don't know what's true. What's tea? That's tea. And it's like, dang, like, how you figure I'm like that? I might not even dibble and dabble like they dibble and dabble, but that's your friend. So whatever they're into, you're into. You know what I mean? So, true statement, that was all facts. And honestly, the relationships in your life, are you happy with them? Can you say you're proud of the people that you're with? Can you honestly say they support you like you support you? Can you honestly say that they congratulate you and give you accolades and they like hype you up, gas you up like you hype and gas yourself up? Or if not, then maybe we need to go back to step one and see what we need to do. Because honestly, when we love ourselves better, like I said in the beginning, our taste for people and different things change. We run into more supportive people. Okay, I lost friends, I lost family, I lost things. It doesn't matter, because guess what? When I nurture that relationship with me and I start to shine and heal and move forward and manifest everything I needed to and pray and journal and get my relationship right with God, when I start getting where I need to be, everything else is going to come to me. I'm going to attract what's inside of me instead of brokenness and division and desolation and poor creativity. I'll attract things that are like myself when I love me. So, yeah. So, honestly, I put here tips to love and strengthen your relationship with yourself. And pretty much everything that was in this video was tips. I just jotted down like a little tidbit of things. So to love and strengthen your relationship with yourself, you already know the 3 A's: affirmation, accountability, atonement. We already got that. And the 3 A's helps to build self-awareness. I didn't even have that much. The 3 A's help to build self-awareness, self-growth, and a successful relationship with yourself. That's on that. Tips to love and strengthen your relationship with yourself is release negative emotions and forgive and move forward. That's the first thing, because a lot of us are walking around hurt by what other people have done to us. And I will say, hey, pick me. A lot of us are pick me's because of things that other people have done, and it isn't fair. Your feelings are very valid. I'm sorry that those things happened to you and that you had to experience that. It's definitely not the experience that you should have had. It's definitely not the life you probably should have had, but you're here. And you can choose to forgive or you can choose to harbor those negatives, because those negatives only hurt you. The more you're thinking about the hurt and all the pain that you experience, they're living their lives and they're happy and they're content, and they don't even think about what you experienced 10 or 2 or 3 or even 15 years ago. And I'm talking to me. Not even y'all, I'm talking to me. So forgive and move forward. Forgiving people does not mean, once again, that you are weak. It is a different strength to say, you know what? It happens. I accept it. It was effed up. But guess what? It's not going to hold me down. And forgiveness allows God to fight your battles, because he always does. And stop being convenient for other people also. Like, be convenient for you. For those of us that like to do, and like we love to see people happy because we serve and we do, and we just love people. We just want to be in relationship with people just because that's who we are. Stop. Sometimes you got to draw the line in the sand and create boundaries. Like, sweetheart, if I can't do nothing for you and you still can't be here, okay, it's not my L. Like, I know that my heart's big. I love like never before. Keep it pushing. Show up for you, and I kid you not, every place you want to be, everything you want to do, everybody that you wanted to be on your journey, they may not make it, but you will have bigger and you will have better. You will have more when you draw the line in the sand, create boundaries, and understand that I got to show up for me. I just have to show up for me, because you will be doing everything for everybody else, and like people will still switch. You give them everything. What? That was Major 9? You give her everything and he'll still switch. Like, that's real. Like, real. Mama, daddy, husband, wife. Not husband, wife. Mama, daddy sometime too. But y'all get what I'm saying. Kids sometime. Damn. Kids be cutting up too. You give them everything, they still be mad. What you mad for? Nah, but really show up for you. That's what it's all about. It is all about you. But still do for others. Don't ever stop doing for others. You want to incur a lot of blessings, and you want the floodgates to open up and give you room where you can receive, where you can't receive. You want to be able to be flooded with blessings, and just keep doing for others. That's how you love like God wants us to love, like Christ wants us to love. That's what you do. So even though you extended yourself, just learn. And there's even something that say, don't cast your pearls among swine. Like, don't be showing up and people don't appreciate that. Do that for you, and then do it for the people that do, because it's just like that. Everybody not like you. And well, it's the same. It's pretty much the same thing. The next tip was walk away from anyone that isn't reciprocating energy or the same type of love. Same thing I just said. Same thing. Show up for you. Like, that's just basic. Show up for you. And the last thing is be you, do you, for you. And it's simple tips. It's so simple. It is so simple. Bruh, just live your life. That's it. Live your life, because people are here today, gone today. It ain't even here today, gone tomorrow. It's here today, gone today. So, like, we don't have time to waste on not loving us. We just don't have time. People are unhappy. Like, we're in September. September is National Suicide Prevention Month. Spam. We don't have time for that. People are unhappy. Like, let's get happy. Let's bring that joy back. Like, let's get that energy up. Like, we don't have to chase the bag. The bag gonna be there. Chase what's in your heart. Show up for you. And just, you'll see how everything that you want, when you have that in here, everything that you want, you'll see how life just makes a whole 360. Right, y'all? Make sure you come back for the next Wind Down Wednesday, where we talk, we chit chat, we vibe, we talk about topics that we need to talk about. All right? Once again, if you didn't subscribe, go ahead and subscribe, like, and comment. hit the notification bell so you can see when Wind Down Wednesday drop, so y'all can put your glasses up when it's that time, okay? Have a great Wednesday. I cannot wait to see y'all. Always giving y'all my love. Have a good one, loves. Until we see each other again. Clink, 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 clink.